we live? Oh, okay, sorry everyone. Okay, so this is the 12th evening that we have had the great honor and privilege to do these swift return prayers, this collection of prayers for Rinpoche's quick return. And incredibly fortunate to have all the conditions come together, that we are here at this most powerful place and at the most powerful time, and then the most powerful assembly, Rinpoche's disciples, Pure Samaya, and then also these most powerful practices, which we have been advised to do either by Rinpoche or by His Holiness, or which have been composed specifically by Kadra and Chadamshe and His Holiness for Rinpoche's swift return. So this is the 12th night. Personally, I feel extremely fortunate and grateful. And then by making this live stream, it gives the opportunity for people all over the world to join in. And if not, if not able to join, then to rejoice. And simply by rejoicing, then again creates a very powerful cause for Rinpoche to return. Okay, so the booklet, Prayers for the Swift Return of Kebjas of Rinpoche, and we begin with the increasing mantra 7 times. Tayata Om Dare Dare Bendere Soa, 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 Tayata Om Dare Dare Bendere Soa. The Noble Sutra, remembering the 3 jewels. In Sanskrit, Aryaradna Trayaya Anushmriti Sutra. In Tibetan, Bhava Kunja Jesu Jimbe Do. Homage to the Omniscient One. Purified and consummate, victorious, virtuous and transcendent, thus gone, foe-destroying, entirely perfect Buddha, full of wisdom, the blissfully proceeding, the knower of the world, charioteer and subduer of beings, the unsurpassable and teacher of gods and humans, such is Buddha, victorious, virtuous and transcendent. He who is thus gone exemplifies the merit which is his cause. In him no root of virtue is ever worn away. Through his manifold patience he is excellently beautiful. He is the treasure ground of merit, adorned with the tokens of enlightenment. He is graced with the flowers of the marks of Buddhahood. All he does is timely and opportune, and nothing inharmonious mars the sight of him. True joy indeed he gives to those who open up their hearts to him in faith. Through the brilliance of his wisdom he is unconfounded, and against his power there is no victory. He is the teacher of all living beings, the father of all bodhisattvas, the king of all supreme ones. He is a guide for those who journey to the city beyond affliction. His wisdom is unbounded, his assurance is beyond imagination. His speech is altogether pure, well-tuned and sweet to hear. Gazing on him one is never sated. His body is beyond compare. By the realm of desire he is unstained, and by the realm of form he is wholly uncontaminated. He is not mingled with the formless, he is altogether free from misery, and from the aggregates he is utterly and altogether liberated. The elements have no hold on him, he has mastery over the sense powers. All his bonds are completely severed, and from all pains he is perfectly and totally released. No craving does he have, he has passed beyond the stream. Perfect is his wisdom, and in the wisdom of the Buddhas, past, present, and to come, he has made his dwelling. In Nirvana, where all suffering is transcended, he does not abide. His abode is on the summit of perfection, whence he perceives all living beings. Such are the sublime qualities that are the greatness of the Buddha, victorious, virtuous, and transcendent. The sacred doctrine is righteous in the outset, righteous in the middle, righteous in the end. In its meaning excellent, and in its words and syllables likewise. It is integral and unalloyed, it is all-sufficing, altogether pure and purifying. Well spoken is this Dharma by the victorious, virtuous, and transcendent. It is a perfect way of seeing and is devoid of flaws. It is perennial and leads us onward. To see this Dharma is to fulfill one's purpose. It produces in the wise the wisdom all distinguishing. The Dharma spoken by the victorious, virtuous, and transcendent is shown to be well-tempered to the instructions and to the needs of all. It drives one from samsara and causes one to go to perfect Buddha. It is free from contradiction, and in it all is summarized. It is to be relied upon totally. It is the cutting of the root. The Sangha of the Mahayana comprises those who have well entered, wisely entered, entered with straightforwardness and aptitude. Right it is to join one's hands before them, and right to make prostrations. They are the glorious field of merit. They are the perfect recipient of gifts. They are the objects of offering everywhere and always. They are the objects worthy of all offering. Wisdom bestowal. Until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. To achieve perfect awakening for others, I shall recite this profound tantra. Until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. To achieve perfect awakening for others, I shall recite this profound tantra. Until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. To achieve perfect awakening for others, I shall recite this profound tantra. Arya Jetsun Manjushri appears instantly in the sky before me, seated upon a lotus and moon, set amidst cloud banks of ravishing offerings. He shines as brilliant as a mountain of gold, rising above the whitest of clouds, and with a gentle smile he is the very epitome of youth, a 16-year-old blazing with all the major and minor marks. He has one face and 4 hands. His first pair of hands holds a sword of wisdom and a book, while the remaining pair holds the bow of method and the arrow of wisdom. Seated in the lotus posture, he rests his back against the moon. He wears a skirt of various silks and is adorned with the finest jewels. His hair, braided with opala flowers, is tied up upon his crown, where the lord of the family Akshobhya abides. This empty yet apparent kaya of wisdom appears clear and vivid like a rainbow in the sky. O wonder Manjushri, you find no equivalent in the appearance of samsara and of nirvana. Amongst Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Shravakas, and Pratyeka Buddhas, nor are Brahma and Indra, the greatest of the gods, your equal. Therefore, the names and kayas that you display in accordance with the infinite array of nobles, as well as your qualities, cannot be contained within the vastness of the sky. They fill my mind with the greatest incontrovertible devotion. So with a voice that resounds with the gentle beauty of a tambura, I sing the adamantine names of the embodiment of pure wisdom. When the liturgy of your adamantine names is set to melody, the qualities of your knowledge, love, and power are invoked, causing compassion's brilliance to illuminate the threefold world in all its entirety. This recitation banishes the darkness of the twofold obscurations, and eliminates the negativity and downfalls gathered by both myself and all others since time without beginning. It causes the lotus blossom of supreme mind to bloom, awakening the two knowledges of nature and phenomena in their multiplicity. Then the separate booklet, chanting names of Noble Manjushri. In the Indian language, Arya Manjushri Nam Sangiti. In Tibetan, Hava Jamba Zen Yanda Vajuma. In English, chanting the names of Noble Manjushri. Homage to ever youthful Manjushri. Then Vajradhara, ever glorious, supreme subduer, the hard to tame, the hero conquering the triple world, the Vajra lord and master of all secrets. With eyes wide open like white lotuses, his face just like a leaf in full bloom, while shaking in his hand repeatedly a Vajra, the highest excellence, accompanied by countless Vajrapanis with features such as fierce, turbulent brows, subduers of the hard to tame heroes appearing with heroic, hideous forms, brandishing their hands, their mighty Vajras, the tips of which emit intensive light, great benefactors to all living beings through skill, through insight, and through great compassion, when pleased, when happy attitudes, with joy, their bodies those of wrathful deities, protectors who assist the Buddha's deeds, their bodies bowing reverentially, paid homage to the true awakened one, protector and blessed one, the Tathagata, and joining his 2 palms respectfully, he said before the Lord the following: O omnipresent Lord, for my well-being, with due concern for me and for my sake, that I may reach complete awakening upon the basis of illusion's net, and for the sake of every living being sunk deep into the mud of ignorance, their thoughts disturbed by various afflictions, so that they may obtain the highest fruit, may you, the most supreme awakened one, the blessed one, the world's guru and teacher, who knows the great Samaya's reality, aware of wishes and abilities, reveal to us the great name chanting of the wisdom body of the blessed one, the greatest Nisha, master of all speech, the self-arising wisdom emanation, the wisdom deity called Manjushri, these names with meaning both profound and vast, of great significance, unmatched, serene, with goodness at their start, middle, and end, proclaimed by Buddhas of the aeons past and to be taught by Buddhas yet to come, and taught not once but time and time again by all the Buddhas in the present age, which were respectfully recited in illusion's net, the Tantra most supreme, by multitudes of mighty Vajrapanis, the joyous guardians of secret mantras. Just this I shall uphold with firm resolve until I reach my final liberation, so that I may become her great protector and the bearer of the Buddha's every secret. And this I shall reveal to living beings according to each one's capacity, in order that afflictions may be quelled, so ignorance may fully be dispelled. With this request to the Tathagata, the master of all secrets, Vajrapani, his body bowed, his palms politely joined, and stood before the Lord devotedly. And so the Blessed One, Lord Shakyamuni, the best of men, the fully awakened one, extending from his mouth his handsome tongue, a tongue unmatched in both its breadth and length, displaying a gentle smile to living beings, a smile that fills the threefold world with light, that tames the enemy, the former as that ends the unwanted birth in all three forms. His voice melodious like that of Brahma, completely fitting all the triple world, replied as follows to the Lord of Secrets, the Vajrapani, strongest of the strong, that you, abiding in supreme compassion and aiming to assist all living beings, are willing and prepared to hear from me this evil quelling, purifying chanting, the chanting of the name so filled with meaning of Manjushri's embodiment of wisdom. How truly excellent, O Vajradhara, how excellent of you, O Vajrapani. And so I shall, O Master of all secrets, reveal just that to you most splendidly. With single-minded focus, this and well, how excellent, responded Vajrapani. So truly excellent, O Blessed One, and then the Blessed One, Lord Shakyamuni, surveyed him for the family grave with mantras, the family of the Vidyas and the mantras, the family that is threefold by its nature, the family of and yet beyond the world, the family great in brightening the world, the foremost family of Mahamudra, and so the family grave with greatest Nishya, and then about the Lord of speech he spoke. These verses, which include six kingly mantras, which manifest from non-duality, which bear the quality of non-arising, shtito, shridi, jnanam, murti, aham, buddho, buddhonam, trad, vatinam. Om Vajratishna Dukajala Prajna Jnana Murtaya Jnana Kaya Vageshvara Arapatanaya Tanama. And so he is the Blessed One, the Buddha, awakened fully born of the letter R. He is the letter R, the foremost phoneme, supreme most syllable with meaning great, arising from great vital force, unborn beyond expression based on words or speech, the foremost cause of every form of speech, the shining forth of every kind of language, great feast who takes the form of great passion, producing bliss in every sentient being. Great feast who takes the form of great anger, great enemy of every mental poison. Great feast who is by nature great delusion, delusion's vanquisher for deluded minds. Great feast who is in essence great fury, great adversary to all furiousness. Great feast who takes the form of great desire, who vanquishes desire in all forms. He is great carnal lust, he is great bliss, he is great happiness, he is great joy, with great appearance bearing form supreme, with circumflexion marked by great physique, with great renown, the great magnificent one, his mandala voluminous and great, the bearer of the mighty sword of wisdom, the foremost good for taming great afflictions, possessing great renown, his glory great, his brightness great, his luster most supreme, most wise upholder of the great illusion, fulfiller of the great illusion's aims, enraptured by the great illusion's rapture, the great illusionist, the foremost sword of great magnificence, supreme upholder of great discipline, intense supporter of great tolerance, with valor rooted in great diligence, samadhi resting through great meditation, endowed with bodies flowing from great wisdom, both great in strength and great in skillful means, a brimming ocean filled with vows and knowledge, by nature great in kindness, similarly the foremost mind enriched by great compassion, of great insight, of great intelligence, great dexterous ones with methods ever great, commanding powers and great miracles, with driving force supreme with speed unmatched, renowned great Lord of foremost majesty, most valorous owing to his great might, destroying the massive mountain, overcoming, unyielding, holding strong a massive Vajra, great terrifying Lord, the great cruel one, provoking fear in great and dawning creatures, protector as the greatest of all Vidyas, the Guru as the greatest of all mantras, traversing well the Mahayana's path, himself the Mahayana's foremost way. He is Mahavarachana, the Buddha, great sage observing great intensive silence, arising from the great mantra way. He is at heart the great mantra way, accomplished in the 10 parameters, having the 10 parameters as home, in whom the 10 parameters are pure, for whom the 10 parameters are means, protector reigning over all 10 grounds, residing steadily on all 10 grounds, made pure in nature by the tenfold knowledge, maintaining purity through tenfold knowledge, with tenfold forms intent on tenfold content, with tenfold strength pervasive Lord of sages, achieving every aim for every being, endowed with tenfold mastery supreme, beginningless complexity, devoid by nature pure reality in essence, unwavering, a speaker of the truth, with speech and actions perfectly aligned, the teacher of the non-dual truth, non-dual, atop reality's most lofty peak, with selfless as his wild lions roar, feeling fear in dear likeness set seekers. The journey is fruitful, traveling everywhere, as swift as thought and all targeters. The victor stare at foes, triumphant lord, a universal king with forces great. Assembly head instructed for assemblies, assembly lord, assembly chief, the ruler, most influential, bearing precious burdens, not other bound, his way, the greatest way. The Lord of speech, the master of expression, most skilled in words, adept with language, truthful, teacher of the truth, providing teachings on the fourfold truth. No coming back, no turning round. I know the leader of the partaker Buddhas, gone forth by going forth in different ways, a single cause of all great elements. A hard big shoot of farmers, exhausted and devoid of passion, master of the senses, arrived at comfort, met with security, for he, having cooled down, is free from stains, equipped him full with knowledge, and his base, a Sugata, a mirror of the world, not thinking me, not clinging on to mine, establishing a system of two truths. I'm on the edge of psychic lies far shore, with deeds accomplished, resting on the bank, emerging from untainted lone awareness, with sword-like insight ever penetrating. The Son, the Dharma King, the noble Dharma, supreme illuminator of the world, the Dharma Lord, the sovereign of the Dharma, the teacher of the path to excellence, accomplishing all goals, fulfilling aims, completely free from wants of any kind, bereft of thought and non-depleting source, the Dharma source supreme beyond decay, enriched by merit, merits gathering, unique great wisdom, wisdom, wisdom rich, aware of what exists and what does not, while gathering the twofold gathering, eternal yogin, king of everywhere, the object in the mind of concentration, the master of intelligent reflection, for by oneself alone is he experienced, immovable, the ultimate beginning, the holder of the three enlightened bodies, the Buddha formed of five embodiments, the omnipresent made of five wisdoms, his diadem with five awakened ones, with all five eyes maintaining non-attachment, the great progenitor of all the Buddha's eminent and foremost son, arising from the world of true insight, the source's Dharma source, existence ending, comprised of Vajra's holy, dense and firm, the newborn sovereign ruler of the world, emerging from the sky, the self-arisen, the massive blaze of knowledge and of insight, illuminating beacon of great light, a lamp of wisdom shining brilliantly, a light for beings, a lantern unto wisdom, with energy supreme, most radiant, the Vidya King, the greatest mantra's Lord, the Mantra King achieving noble aims, the great Ishnisha, marvelous Ishnisha, the Lord of speech, revealer of all things, the best embodiment of every Buddha, with eyes of joy of every living being, creator manifesting varied forms, great sage deserving praise, deserving worship, a mantra born unto the triple family, upholding mantras of the foremost pledge, the greatest bearer of the triple gem, teaches all three peerless vehicles, with snare unfailing, most victorious, the snatcher of a great, the Vajra snare, the Vajra hook, the snare of excellence, called Vajra Barala, he is terrific, six-faced, the king of anger, hideous, six-eyed, six-armed, the ever-powerful,
bearing his terrible fangs, the skeleton,
Hala
hala,
hundred faces proud, the Yama killer rolling obstacles, instilling fear with Vajra impetus, the Vajrahari famous for his Vajra, many large. The Vajra born, the sovereign of the Vajra, akin the space is core, comprised of Vajras, unmoving haughty with his single dreadlock, his clothes and elephant's raw still moist, the great terrific one who cries ha ha, who screams hee hee, instilling fervent fear, his laugh a screeching laugh, a very laugh, he is the Vajra laugh, the mighty hound, he is the noble Sattva, Vajra Sattva, the Vajra sovereign lord, the highest bliss, the Vajra's lawfulness, the highest joy, intoning home the Vajra Omgara, with Vajra serving as his weapon, his soul comprised of Vajra slashing all, upholding every Vajra bearing, with just a single Vajra ending strike, with eyes like Vajra fire, truly dreadful, with hair the sight of Vajra set ablaze, immersion of the Vajra, great immersion, with eyes like Vajra's eyes a hundredfold, with Vajra hairs as proud upon his body, his unique figure marked by Vajra hairs, with nails advancing Vajras at their tips, with skin that's solid like a Vajra's core, the splendid master donning Vajra garlands, adorned with Vajra fashioned ornaments, with booming voices, laughter crying ha ha, six syllable producing Vajra rumbles, great Manjugosha sound supremely loud, a roar unique unto the threefold world, the voice that reaches every bound of space, preeminent amongst all voice endowed. He is a being whose fully realized truths, realities, peak and selflessness, supreme in propagating emptiness, unspoken, teaching both the deep and vast, the Dharma conch emitting piercing sound, the Dharma cone with lasting resonance, arriving at unbounded liberation. He is the Dharma drum in all directions, without a form, with handsome form supreme, replete with forms diverse, comprised of mind, with splendor shining through his every form, with all reflections under his control, invincible, renowned as Lord Supreme, the Lord Supreme who rules the threefold world, abiding on the noble's lofty path, great source of flourishing, the Dharma's crown, with youthful form unique unto all worlds, the eldest senior father of all beings, adorned with 32 auspicious marks, most beautiful, most handsome in all worlds, the teacher teaching mundane good and knowledge, the teacher to all beings, most confident, the world's most trusted guide, protector, savior, the refuge unsurpassed, the guardian, with rich enjoyments filling all of space, the knowledge ocean of omniscient beings, now smashing through the shell of ignorance and breaking through the cage of psychic life, the thorough queller of intense affliction, arriving at samsara's opposite shore, his crown, the crown of wisdom, consecration, his ornaments comprising perfect Buddhas, the soother of the pain, the threefold pain, the ender of the trio, ending free, arriving at the threefold liberation, completely free of every obscuration, having achieved equality, skylight, beyond the stings of every last affliction, aware of timelessness in all three times, most eminent amongst all sentient beings, the crown amongst those crowned with noble virtues, completely free from every kind of substrate, established firmly on the path of space, a splendid wish-fulfilling jewel in hand, the best of all this precious, omnipresent, great wish-fulfilling tree, most plentiful, the greatest of all great auspicious vases, fulfilling the aims of living beings, a doer, and ally most beloved to all creatures, aware of good and bad, aware of times, the omnipresent knower of the pledges, upholding pledges, conscious of occasions, awake to varied aptitudes in beings, with expertise in threefold liberation, with virtues, knowing Dharma, auspicious source of all auspiciousness, of all auspicious things, the most auspicious, great splendor, glory, good, most prosperous, great reassurance, foremost celebration, great joyousness, the highest form of pleasure, abundance, reverence, action, venerable, great happiness, the noble Lord of splendor, the greatest grandeur of all wishes wished for, the highest source of refuge, refuge granting, the fearsome enemy of potent danger, alleviating danger in all forms, with tufts of hair, with plumes of luscious hair, with matted locks cord tied, by face with 5 hair tufts, his head well crowned, his head adorned with garlands of 5 strands, upholding great observances, head shaven, with foremost of observances, chaste prudent, with great austerities perfected fully, he is the greatest Veda Gautama, and Brahman, or Brahman, arrived in full of Brahman Nirvana, branches liberation, release, complete tranquility, quiescence, nirvana, peacefulness, tranquility, approaching graceful entry to nirvana, the culmination, ending pain and pleasure, the state devoid of passion, free from substance, beyond defeat, unmanifest, unmatched, making manifest, appearance free, pervasive, timeless, fully omnipresent, minute, beyond defilement, seed free, unstained, devoid of passion, passionless, free from every illness, by nature most awake and fully awake, omniscient, knowing everything supreme. Beyond reality is consciousness, pristine awareness, bearing non-dual form, beyond conceptualization, effort-free, acting as Buddhas do in every age. The Buddha endless and beginningless, the Buddha at the start, devoid of sequence, with wisdom as his only eye unstained, Tathagata with wisdom as his body, the sovereign of all language, great debater, the king of discourse, best of orators, the best and greatest of communicators, the unassailable, the line of speech, with universal vision, true delight, with fire garlands handsome to behold, the endless note, most radiant, great luster, with shining rays in hand, providing light, the best and foremost of all great physicians, unequaled in removing thorns of pain, a tree providing medicine for all, a fall opposing every malady, the lovely crowning jewel of all 3 worlds, the cluster of the stars most glorious, the endless face in all his 10 directions, the hoisting high of Dharma's victory flag, sharing one large umbrella with the world, with love and kindness as his mandala, the celebrated lotus lord of dance, pervasive with his precious parasol, with blazing energy of all the Buddhas, with bodies fully shared by all the Buddhas, the highest union form with all the Buddhas, a single teaching taught by all the Buddhas, most glorious with Vajraratna's blessing, the highest sovereign lord of Savaratna, the king supreme of Savalokeshwara, the lord on high of Sava Vajradhara, the quintessential mind of Sarva Buddha, residing in the mind of every Buddha, the greatest body born by every Buddha, the lovely speech reaching every Buddha, the scorching brightness from the Vajra sun, with stainless luster from the Vajra moon, great passion of the passionless and others, with multicolored rays that brightly blaze, the perfect Buddha's perfect Vajra posture, attaining for all beings, the Buddha's Dhamma, the lotus Buddha's celebrated son, the knowledge treasurer for the omniscient, the sovereign king controlling all illusions, the foremost master of the Buddha's spells, called Vajratishna, sword supremely mighty, completely pure, the highest syllable, the top pain's remedy, the Mahayana, with Vajradharma as his mighty weapon, with Vajra depth renowned as Jinnajik, with Vajra thought aware of how things are, perfecting all perfections perfectly, adorned by all the grounds of bodhisattvas, the selflessness of pure phenomena, when luster that is moonlight unto knowledge, with great endeavors as illusory nets, the foremost master ruling every tantra, endowed in full with every Vajra posture, completely furnished with all wisdom bodies, completely good with intellect supreme, the embryo of us sustaining beings, great embryo from which all Buddhas form, with emanation circles most diverse, the highest nature of all entities, supportive of the nature of all things, with goals for all with dharmas unarisen, supportive of the nature of all dharmas, with full awareness of phenomena, and but an instant as the wisest sage, with vivid realization of all dharmas, he is the sage, the greatest intellect, the vanquisher of hosts of evil spirits, unwavering, completely pure in nature, grasping the wakefulness of perfect Buddhas, the direct realization of all Buddhas. He is the flame of wisdom, luminous, the great fulfiller of desired aims, the purifier of all evil states, the greatest of all living beings, protector, the earnest liberator of all creatures, unrivaled knight in battle with afflictions, humiliating ignorance, his foe, the celebrated mind of amlessness, endowed with forms heroic and repulsive, the dancer moving to and fro his hundreds of lengthy arms while setting down his stride, the dancer spreading through the whole of space, Sriman's 100 arms stood tall atop the surface of the earth. The soul of just one foot pervading all stood tall atop the summit of the world. The nail of his big toes pressing all, whose aim is one, whose aim is Manjul Dhamma, whose aim is ultimate beyond destruction, whose mind consists in groups of consciousness, with varied objects, forms, and cognizance, amused with every object of existence, a mind of passion, loving emptiness, transcending worldly passion and the like, with great enjoyment for the threefold world, with fair complexion, white like pristine clouds, with radiance like beams of autumn moons, with lustre rivaling the morning suns, with nails emitting light of crimson red, whose handsome crown is sterling sapphires, whose hair is tips of sapphire deep blue, with glory from the light of his great jewel, adorned with emanations of the Buddhas, the shaker of 100. His strength of all miraculous powers, reality with mindfulness supreme, Samadhi, king of fourfold mindfulness, infused with sense from bloom on body's branches, an ocean of Tathagata virtues, with knowledge of the eightfold path's true way, with knowledge of the path of perfect Buddhas, the great attachment of all living beings, attachment free comparable to space, when springing up in every creature's mind. He is for every being a swift as mind, aware of all the aptitudes of beings, while captivating every creature's mind with insight into aggregated natures, himself with fully purified aggregates atop the peak of every going forth, was skilled in going forth in every way, established on all paths of going forth, the teacher of all forms of going forth, uprooting all becoming with 12 links, endowed with purity in all 12 forms, his form the way of fourfold noble truth, with realization of the eightfold knowledge, with meaning of the truths in 12-fold form, aware of such as in his 16 forms, with true awakening in 20 forms, awakened fully knowing all supreme, dispatching countless sets of some 10 million embodiments of emanating Buddhas, the final realization of all moments, who knows each moment's object for all minds and manifesting for the sake of beings, the means derived from varied vehicles, gone forth by way of all three vehicles, remaining in the single vehicle's fruit, with purified afflictive spheres and heart, annihilating every karmic sphere, arrived atop dry land from flooding oceans, emerged from yoga's perilous dark grove, released from general, minor, and complete afflictions in their latent tendencies, with inside means and foremost empathy, achieving fruitful aims for living beings, abiding object-free through all perceptions, with consciousness as object, with cessation, with every being the object of his mind, with knowledge as the mind of all the Buddhas, residing in the mind of every being, having become their mind's equality, and satisfying the mind of every being. He is for every being great in joy, confusion-free regarding points of doctrine, error in all his forms, his thinking free from doubt, his objects before, his object all three properties by nature, throughout 3 times the contents of 5 skandhas, discerning clearly each and every moment, awakening in but a single moment, his basic nature equal to all Buddhas, with body, bodiless, the best of bodies, with realization of the peak of bodies, displaying his form in every possible way. He is the greatest stone, the precious gem, what all the perfect Buddhas are to know. The Buddha's unsurpassed awakening, devoid of syllables, yet born of mantra, arising from the great mantra's threefold family, the father to the meaning of all mantras, the greatest Bindu, devoid of syllables, with 5 great syllables, great empty one, 100 syllables, devoid of Bindu, endowed with every form, yet free from form, supporting half of 16 vendors, transcending every grouping void of numbers, sustaining Dhyana's fourth and final peak, aware of Dhyana's each and every aspect, with knowledge of Samadhi's types and families, the best of bodies, body of Samadhi, the sovereign king of all enjoyment bodies, the best of bodies, emanation body, the heir to emanations of the Buddhas, with varied emanations everywhere, while benefiting all who ever needed, the sovereign of the gods, the god of gods, Asura Lord, the ruler of immortals, the king of deities, the god's guru, the highest lord of Brahmatas, Brahmata, emerged from psychic lights imposing force, the single teacher, guru for all beings in every well-known world in all directions, the eminent bestower of the Dhamma, concealed by honor, made of loving kindness, who was shielded by the shield of empathy, with wisdom sword in hand, with bow and arrow, concluding war with ignorance and klesha, the Mara's enemy and taming hero, eliminating threats from all four Maras, defeating all the armies of the Maras, a guide for living beings, a perfect Buddha, deserving homage worthy of respect, deserving reverence always honorable, deserving worship worthy of regard, the highest Guru ever venerable, traversing all three worlds in just one stride, his step extending past the bounds of space, with knowledge of the three world versed and pure, the sixfold higher knowledge and recall, the Bodhisattva and Mahasattva, with power great transcending worldly life, perfected by his excellence and insight, now unified with insight's highest nature, the whole aware of self, aware of other, but fit for all he is the best of men, surpassing all to which he is compared, supreme most lord of knowing what's known, the foremost master of imparting Dharma, who shows the meaning of the fourfold seal, the most revered amongst all living beings, engaged in going forth on all three paths, with glory purified by ultimate truth, most fortunate within the threefold world, the celebrated source of all endowments, supreme amongst the glorious Manjushri, homage to you, Brahmana, best of Rajas, O summit of existence, homage to you, source is emptiness, O Buddha's awakening, homage to you, O passion of the Buddhas, homage to you, desire of the Buddhas, I pay you homage, O love of every Buddha, homage to you, the joy of all the Buddhas, I pay you homage, O smile of every Buddha, homage to you, the love of all the Buddhas, I pay you homage, O speech of every Buddha, homage to you, the heart of all the Buddhas, I pay you homage, arisen from non-being, homage to you, homage to you, arisen from the Buddhas, arisen from the sky, homage to you, born of pristine wisdom, O net of illusion, homage to you, the Buddha's spectacle, homage to you, the everything of all, O body of wisdom, homage to you. Om Sarvadhamma Bhava Sambhava Vishuddha Kriti Parishudha Savadhamma Yadata Savadhamma Yana Gaya Manjushri Parishuddhitam Upadhyate Sarvadhamma Hridaya Hara Hara Om Hum Shri Bhagavan Yana Bhageshwara Mahavacha Savadhamma Gananamana Sumari Then Vajradhara, ever glorious, was pleased and satisfied with folded palms, prostrated to the Buddha, noble God, the Blessed One, the Lord Tathagata, and with a host of other Vajrapatis of varied forms, the Lord of Guyakas, sublime protectors, noble wrathful kings, he then explained this effervescent praise. Return to we rejoice, how excellent, what you have clearly taught. Through you our lofty aim has been achieved, which leads to triumphal awakening. And so the aims of helpless mundane beings who seek the fruits of perfect liberation, just as taught in the Maya Jala is the noble path that leads to excellence, with largest, vastest, and profundity, with meaning great, achieving beings' aims, just as comprises every Buddhist sphere, just as is taught by all awakened ones. So having recited the long Tantra one time, then we recite the short innermost essence, the Ariyamandishi Tantra, two more times. In the language of India, Ariyamandishi Tantra Chitta, in the language of the Baba Jamba, Yuki, and in the English language, the innermost essence, the Ariyamandishi Tantra. I prostrate to the useful Manjushri in this way, to the Bhagavan Buddha, the wisdom body, self-arisen, the stainless soul eye of wisdom, the brilliant light of wisdom, Arabatsanaya Tanama. Homage to you, the wisdom body itself, thus it was explained by all the complete Buddhas, the perfect expression of the ultimate names of the Bhagavan, the wisdom being Manjushri is proclaimed by the Tathagata Shakyamuni is complete. In the language of India, Arya Manjushri Tantra Chitta, in the language of the Baba Jamba, Yuki, in the English language, the innermost essence of the Arya Manjushri Tantra, and prostrate to the useful Manjushri in this way, to the Bhagavan Buddha, the wisdom body, self-arisen, the stainless soul, eye of wisdom, the brilliant light of wisdom, Parapatsanayate Nama, homage to you, the wisdom body itself. Thus it was explained by all the complete Buddhas, the perfect expression of the ultimate names of the Bhagavan, the wisdom being Manjushri as proclaimed by the Tathagata Shakyamuni is complete. Wisdom bestow. Samandabhadra's oceanic clouds, the finest of offerings, was actually laid out and mentally conjured, arranged to fill the whole of existence. May you peace you and peaceful Manjushri. Om Arya Manjushri Agam Bhadyam Vipedi Alake Gende Nidesha Prabhadita Homage to you, Manjushri, the sole embodiment of the wisdom of all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. You bring glory and splendor to all samsara and nirvana. Protected with the perfect recitation of your adamantine names, I shall praise you fully. From this moment onward until my awakening, please hold me in your care with joy. Manjushri, son of speech, bless me so that in the short term the wisdoms of study, contemplation, and meditation will blossom fully, and I may teach, debate, and compose without equal. Ultimately may I achieve the wisdom higher than those all persons and things, to lead all beings to supreme state of the ever-youthful Manjushri. Manjushri, you are ever free from elaboration, but in the illusory forms of dependent arising, you burst forth as the embodiment of wisdom which returns to the natural dharmadhatu. By the power of all possible merit I pray through this practice, may all beings come to enjoy the wisdom of the Sukhatas. So then the prayer for the sixth return, I'm also going to share on separate sheets. Peerless teacher and assembly of the children, victorious ones, Shravakas and Pratika Buddhas, victorious Lozan, father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge in infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Buddha's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice, you all the honor and patience of his never discouraged, incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I then confess. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and from other living beings who suddenly departed from this sport of the great loss. Nevertheless, through the unseeming truth and the blessings, the ocean of three jewels, and the great waves of bodhicitta, the children of the victorious one, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly gleam in glory for fortunate disciples. Patient in bearing the hardships of spreading the teachings of harmony in general, and the teachings of victorious Jangos from Kapa and hundreds of directions. Lord of Dharma, holding the three vows and wearing saffron robes, please quickly return as the glory of the fearless teaching. You held the teachings of explanation and practice with great asceticism, unable to bear the transmigratory beings that confused by the darkness of suffering. Through your great loving kindness, you skillfully led them to happiness. Unparalleled son of the teachings, please return quickly. Beautified by the ornament of supreme patience and increasing practice, and the supreme authentic teachings of victorious one, through listening, reflection, and meditation, guide of all transmigratory beings along the perfect path, true and perfect pure Guru, please return quickly. Lama Kya, Jinchen Sawe Lama Kya, Jinchen Sawe Lama Sanchen Gonsos, Nyanda Lama Sawa Nyenene, Daso Doje Nyamba Madowa, Lama Daso Sangaya Jeyalo, Kende Kugyan Dewa Chenpono, Magarasa Yena Nanjana, Sechen Doje Logana Sojo, Yeshe Kyocho Soka Nyojana, Sechen Doje Kyoe Adorama, Cheche Cheche Achakra Yena Ashe, Kolo Kolo Joe Nandurko, Echa Laso Dashir Vajirpa, Lojo Zambo Lenge Dendrola, Lono Temba Lachia Nyojoso, Nyanga Drowa Kenchia Nyojoso,
Taso Semchen Lopo Wadebe Lojo Jame Goson Jingye Lo Taso Semchen Maria Senyoge Kuson Jodan Chele Lonjo Lo Yajon Londa Danse Ajemana Kuson Dosa Dada Shabasa Tashi Korea Tashi Cho Tony Yenje Tashi Ajo Lala Nyoja Tashi Sho Yube Cheni Gandaki Drome Yanse Nyoja Sho Dedan Same Kadone Donya Micho Dede Saso Laye Jingyalo Drama Dana Drama Sho Bija Bija Miyono Chunye Desa Londe And the King of Prayers on the separate sheet. Extraordinary inspiration of the practice of Samantara Bhadracharya, Pranayama Maharaja, Hamba Zambo, Chabe Mamman Yupo, Abadan, useful orientation. Your lives one human, not defeated in the present, past, and future. In the worlds of 10 directions, to all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, Abada, with the energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms in the world. To all you Buddhas visualize as real, I bow down. On every atom of Buddha is numberless as atoms, each amidst a host of bodhisattvas, and I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way, with infinite oceans of praise for you, and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice. I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas, and celebrate all of you countless. Beautiful flowers and regal garlands, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense, I offer to you, victorious ones. Fine dress and fragrant perfume, sandalwood powder heaped high as Mount Meru, all wondrous offerings in spectacular array, I offer to you, victorious ones. With transcendent offerings, peerless and vast, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful action I have done with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and confusion. All these I openly lay bare before you. I lift up my heart and rejoice in all positive potential, and the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers here still training in those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You are the bright lights of worlds in 10 directions, who have attained the Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening. O you who are my guides, please turn the supreme wheel of Dharma. With palms together I earnestly request, you who may actualize Paranirvana, please stay with us for eons numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight positive potential I may have created, by paying homage, offering, and acknowledging my faults, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddhas stay and teach, I now dedicate all this to full awakening. May you Buddhas now living in the worlds of 10 directions, and all you gone to freedom in the past accept my offerings. May those not yet arisen quickly perfect their minds, awakening as fully enlightened ones. May all worlds in 10 directions be entirely pure and vast. May they be filled with bodhisattvas surrounding Buddhas gathered beneath the Bodhi tree. May as many beings that exist in 10 directions be always well and happy. May all samsaric beings live in accord with the Dharma, and may their every Dharma wish be fulfilled. Remembering my past lives and all varieties of existence, may I practice the Bodhisattva way, and thus in each cycle of death, migration, and birth, may I always abandon the householder's life, then following in the footsteps of all the Buddhas, perfecting the practice of Bodhisattva, may I always act without error or compromise, with ethical discipline, faultless and pure. May I teach the Dharma in the language of gods, in every language of spirits and others, of humans and of demons, and in the voice of every form of being. May I be gentle-minded, cultivating the 6 paramitas, and never forget bodhicitta. May I completely cleanse without omission every negativity and all that obscures this awakening mind. May I traverse all my lives in the world, free of karma, afflictions, and interfering forces. Just as the lotus blossom is undisturbed by the water's way, just as the sun and moon move unhindered through the sky, may I ease the suffering in the lower realms, and in the many directions and dimensions of the universe. May I guide all wanderers in samsara to the pure bliss of awakening, and be of worldly benefit to them as well. May I practice constantly for aeons to come, perfecting the activities of awakening, acting in harmony with the various dispositions of beings, showing the ways of Bodhisattva. May I always have the friendship of those whose path is like mine, and with body, words, and also mind. May we practice together the same aspirations and activities. May I always meet a spiritual mentor and never displease an excellent friend who deeply wishes to help me and expertly teaches the Bodhisattva way. May I always directly see the Buddhas, masters encircled by Bodhisattvas, and without pause or discouragement for aeons to come, may I make extensive offerings to them. May I hold within me the Buddha's genuine Dharma, illuminate everywhere the teachings that awaken, embody the realizations of Bodhisattva, and practice ardently in all future aeons. While circling through all states of existence, may I become an endless treasure of good qualities, skillful means, wisdom, samadhi, liberating stabilization, gathering limitless pristine wisdom and positive potential. Until I shall see Buddha fields numberless as atoms, inconceivable Buddhas among Bodhisattvas in every field, practicing the activities of awakening, receiving this in all directions. I dive into an ocean of Buddha fields, each an ocean of 3 times Buddhas, in the space of a whisper of hair, till I too will practice for an ocean of aeons. Thus I am continually immersed in the speech of the Buddhas, expression that reveals an ocean of qualities in one word, the completely pure eloquence of all the Buddhas, communication suited to the very tendencies of beings. With strength of understanding I plunge into the infinite enlightened speech of the Dhamma of all Buddhas who 3 times gone to freedom, who continually turn the wheel of Dhamma methods. I shall experience in one moment such vast activity of all future aeons, and I will enter into all aeons as 3 times, in but a fraction of a second. In one instant I shall see all those awakened beings, past, present, and future lions among humans, and with the power of the illusion-like stabilization, I will constantly engage in their inconceivable activity. I shall manifest upon one single atom the array of pure lands present, past, and future. Likewise, I shall enter the array of pure Buddha fields in every direction without exception. I shall enter the very presence of all my guides, those lights of this world who are yet to appear, those sequentially turning the wheels of complete awakening, those who reveal nirvana, final perfect peace. May I achieve the power of swift magical emanation, the power to lead to the great vehicle through every approach, the power of always beneficial activity, the power of love pervading all realms, the power of all surpassing positive potential, the power of supreme knowledge unobstructed by discrimination, and through the powers of wisdom, skillful means, and samadhi, may I achieve the perfect power of awakening, purifying the power of all contaminated actions, crushing the power of disturbing emotions at their root, diffusing the power of interfering forces. I shall perfect the power of the Bodhisattva practice. May I purify an ocean of worlds. May I free an ocean of beings. May I clearly see an ocean of Dhamma. May I realize an ocean of pristine wisdom. May I purify an ocean of activities. May I fulfill an ocean of aspirations. May I make offerings to an ocean of Buddhas. May I practice without discouragement for an ocean of aeons. To awaken fully through this Bodhisattva way, I shall fulfill without exception all the diverse aspirations of the awakening practice of all Buddhas come to freedom in the 3 times everywhere. In order to practice exactly as the wise one, called Samandabhadra, all embracing good, the elder brother of the sons and daughters of the Buddhas, I completely dedicate all this goodness. Likewise, may I dedicate just as a skillful Samandabhadra, with pure body, speech, and mind, pure actions, and pure Buddha fields. I shall give rise to aspirations of Manjushri for this Bodhisattva practice of all embracing good, to perfect these practices without discouragement or pause in all future aeons. May my pure activities be endless, my good qualities boundless, and through abiding in immeasurable activity, may I actualize infinite emanations. Limitless is the endless space, likewise limitless the living beings. The karma and afflictions, may my aspirations reach be limitless as well. What may offer to the Buddhas all wealth and adornments of infinite worlds in 10 directions, and what may offer during aeons numberless as atoms of the world, even the greatest happiness of gods and humans. But whoever hears this extraordinary aspiration, and longing for highest awakening gives rise to faith just once, raise far more precious positive potential. Those who make this heartfelt aspiration for the Bodhisattva way will be free of all lower rebirths, free of harmful companions, and will quickly see Amitabha infinite light. And even in this very human life, they'll be nourished by happiness and have all conducive circumstances. Without waiting long, they will become like Samandabhadra himself. Those who give voice to this extraordinary aspiration will quickly and completely purify 5 boundless harmful actions created under the power of ignorance. Thus, with supreme knowledge, excellent body, family attributes, and appearance, they'll be invincible to vast interfering forces and misleading teachers, and all 3 worlds will make offerings, going quickly to the noble Bodhi tree, and sitting there to benefit sentient beings.
subduing all interfering forces.
They will fully awaken and turn the great wheel of Dharma. Have no doubt the complete awakening is the fully ripened result comprehended only by a Buddha, of holding in mind by teaching, reading, or reciting this aspiration of the Bodhisattva practice, in order to train just like the hero Manjushri knows reality as it is, and just like Samanthabhadra as well. I completely dedicate all this goodness just as they did, without dedication which is praise is greatest. By all the Buddhas come to freedom in the three times, I too dedicate all my roots of goodness to the attainments of the Bodhisattva practice. When the moment of my death arrives, by eliminating all obscurations and directly perceiving Amitabha, then I go immediately to Sukhavati, pure land of great joy. Having gone to Sukhavati, may I actualize the meaning of these aspirations, fulfilling them all without exception, for the benefit of beings for as long as this world endures. Born from an extremely beautiful superlative lotus, in this joyful land, the Buddha's magnificent mandala, may I receive a prediction of my awakening directly from the Buddha Amitabha. Having received a prediction there, may I create vast benefit for beings throughout the 10 directions, with a billion emanations by the power of wisdom, through even the small virtue I have accumulated by offering this prayer of the Bodhisattva practice. May all the positive aspirations of beings be fulfilled in an instant, through creating limitless positive potential by dedicating this prayer of Samantha Bhadra's deeds. May all beings drowning in this torrent of suffering enter the presence of Amitabha through the stream of aspirations which is the greatest of the sublime, helping infinite wonders in samsara. Through the accomplishment of this scripture dancing with Samantha Bhadra's practice, may suffering realms be utterly emptied of all beings. So then the long life prayer for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Incomparably kind and supreme Tenzin, the wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world. May you have a long life and all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. Jiten Kondir Pende Mantras and names to increase merit. Jamdende, Dejinja Bada, Zombaya, Dobro Zope Sangi, Namra Manzeya, Kiga Polo, Jonselo, Jajasema Zemba Jendo Kundo Zambola, Jonselo, Dayata, Om Benzo Diwa, Awa Molineso, Om Duru Duru Zaya Mokeso, Dayata, Om Benzo Diwa, Awa Molineso, Om Duru Duru Zaya Mokeso, Dayata, Om Benzo Diwa, Awa Molineso, Om Duru Duru Zaya Mokeso, Dayata, Om Duru Duru Zaya Mokeso, Om Duru Duru Zaya Mokeso, Dayata, Om Benzo Diwa, Awa Molineso, Om Duru Duru Zaya Mokeso, Dayata, Om Duru Duru Zaya Mokeso, Om Duru Duru Zaya Mokeso, Dayata, Om Benzo Diwa, Awa Molineso, Om Duru Duru Zaya Mokeso, Chandende, Dejinja Bada, Lopaya, Lama Zopa Rinpoche, Bandiri, Angiga Mola Chansalo, Chandende, Dejinja Bada, Lopaya, Dobra Zopa Sange, Noada Mola Ramdura Pega Mola Chansalo. Choose the blessings, the eminent victorious ones, the bodhisattvas, choose the infallible dependent rising, the power of my pure special attitude taking responsibility. May all the aims of my pure prayers be accomplished immediately. So that ends the prayers for Rinpoche's quick return, and also the the live stream.